Today, I want to talk about a networking strategy that most people get completely backwards. I think you should be spending more time investing in rising stars instead of chasing relationships with people at the top of their game. After now spending more than a decade building relationship management tools like Contactually and Relatable, writing a book, and coaching thousands of professionals on building better networks, I've seen this pattern again and again. People waste enormous energy trying to connect with those industry icons who are already bombarded with requests when they could be building meaningful relationships with tomorrow's leaders. In the next few minutes, I will show you why focusing on rising stars is smarter, how to identify them, and exactly how to add value to those relationships. Let's dive in. So picture this scenario. You are at a conference and spot a famous CEO across the room, right? The kind who's on the front page of every blog and every magazine. Your heart races as you think, listen, if I could just 5 minutes with her, my career would change forever. Meanwhile, sitting right next to you is someone who's doing incredible work, but isn't famous. Well, it's not yet. They're approachable, eager to connect, probably bored, and in 5 years, they'll be the person everyone's trying to reach. I remember once being at a tech conference and seeing people wait in a 45-minute line to speak with a well-known marketer for, I'm sure, what ended up being a really awkward 30-second conversation and a picture. That same day, I had a casual lunch with someone who wasn't yet a big name, but I thought they were doing really fascinating work. Fast forward 3 years, guess who ended up becoming a key business partner and friend? Not the famous entrepreneur who's probably would have forgotten our interaction before they even moved to the next person in line. This really isn't about practicality. It's about playing different games with very different time horizons. And that is really one of the essences of relationship building. So why exactly should you focus on rising stars instead of established players? Well, first, let's define what I mean by rising stars. I think these are people who show tremendous potential, passion, and momentum, but haven't yet reached peak visibility in their field. They're doing probably quality work, right? Again, they're doing quality work, not thinking about it, but doing quality work that might be starting to get noticed, but they don't yet have thousands of people bombarding their inbox daily. Here's the psychology behind why this approach works better. Number one, attention scarcity. See, industry icons literally can't respond to everyone. If you were to email Stephen King, let's say, you're competing with thousands of others for limited attention. That talented writer who just published their first book, they may have received 5 emails that day, and yours will stand out. Number two, reciprocal value. Rising stars and established icons, they just need different things. Someone at the top of their industry doesn't need your Amazon review or social media boost. They've got marketing teams and tens of thousands of followers for that. But for rising talent, your support can make a meaningful difference for them. Number three is growth alignment. When you connect with someone on their way up, you grow together. Your relationship develops depth as you both evolve in your careers. The biggest misconception, and you see this everywhere, is that networking or even just taking a picture with famous people somehow transfers their success and fame to you. Reality though, the most valuable connections are those where real mutual support creates compounding returns over time. So how do you actually apply the strategy? Here are specific steps. Step one is to identify rising stars. Now think about looking for these qualities, and these might be different from person to person. Number one, I look for consistently producing really high quality work. Two, showing unique thinking or approaches in some way, right? They have a different view of the world. Number three, maybe they're beginning to gain some recognition, but not yet mainstream. Number four, it's clear they have the intensity, right? They're demonstrating strong work ethic, follow through, they've got intensity to them. For example, example, instead of following only like the top 5 venture capitalists on Twitter, maybe look for the thoughtful associate who's writing insightful market analyses. They'll probably appreciate your engagement now, and you'll have a relationship when they make partner in a few years, or they go start their own business or their own fund. Step 2 is to add meaningful value early. Now, remember, if someone's at the top of their game, it's hard to figure out how to add value in ways that they would really find valuable. For new content creators, though, think about leaving substantive comments and reviews. Be the first person or the second person to write an in-depth Amazon review. Not just like great book, but like this changed my approach to asynchronous leadership. Number 2, share their work with specific attribution. I'm sending this article by @JaneDoe because her analysis of supply chain disruptions perfectly addresses the challenge that you mentioned. Number 3, introduce them to maybe one person who would genuinely benefit from knowing them. And number 4 is offer specific, useful feedback when appropriate. And now step 3 is to build consistency without any expectation. Now remember, this isn't about immediate transactional returns. Think about just like creating a simple system. Set quarterly reminders in your CRM to check in on people that you've identified. You can of course follow and keep notes on their projects and interests or company. You can of course reach out with genuine curiosity. Hey, Sarah, saw your recent project launch. Really impressed with how you approached the challenges here, the user experience. How's the response been so far? One client of mine kept a simple spreadsheet of 20 people that she considered rising stars in her industry. Turns out those were podcasters. Today, 5 of those people have actually become pretty significant players in her field, and those relationships have led to like speaking engagements, some referrals, honor mentions, and partnerships that would have been impossible otherwise. The beauty of this approach is that it's not just strategically smart, right? It's also more fulfilling, right? To build real relationships with people you genuinely respect, watching them grow and being part of their journey is much more rewarding than being the person, kind of nipping at the heels or chasing someone who, frankly, may not necessarily need your time and attention. Here's your immediate next step. Think about maybe just identifying 3 rising stars in whatever field or industry. Follow their work, engage meaningfully, and start building those connections. Meanwhile, stop chasing that famous person who already has 10,000 people in their inbox. Remember, Naval Ravikant put it perfectly. Play long-term games with long-term people. Those rising stars are your long-term people. Invest in them now, and you'll build a network that grows in value exponentially over time, which is what we're here for. Hope you found this valuable. Of course, if you have any other ideas for topics we can cover or questions you have, post in the comments below, and we'd be happy to cover it in a future video.